Welcome guys, Life's the Game back once again with yet another Division 2 video guys. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Highly appreciate any and all joining in guys right now, and we have a very special one today. A very special and fun one in a sense. It was kind of interesting, but I just thought I would upload it. It's me and Agent Lucas Hezenga from Clan DAD. I'm going to go ahead and just be bringing him through some Legendary here guys, Legendary Summit. Literally just showing him the ropes and just showing him how it's done guys, and in the process of me respectively showing him how it's done, I'm also going to be presenting you guys with some key approaches here. One of the first things you're going to see us take on here is some legendary rogues. I was just letting him know we were kind of planning on doing something else, but for whatever reason it just didn't fall through due to not having enough agents or whatnot, nobody wanting to participate much. So what we did is I just said, let's go to the Legendary Summit. I can show you a few things, and we can I can show you how it's done in that sense. So you're seeing us start off here guys with the legendary rogues. Just notice right here how we are respectively keeping our distance here guys. And just before I started off here guys, just want to let you guys know that you know, although I was saying I was showing Lucas how to get it done here, I don't want to just say fully just me, because the way this guy was playing and keeping back, this agent right here, he literally had a lot of telltale signs of definitely being able to run legendary and being a natural at legendary. And I look for a lot of agents in their movement, as you see him backing up there, and it's just the way you move. So you see these guys pushing in. I was telling him these guys were going to push in when it was nothing we couldn't handle, or DPS down for sure. That's another thing, Agent Lucas, your DPS was decently good for whatever build you're using. It was pretty good. So like I said, you want to have decent builds guys. That's number one. That's only half the battle. It's only 50% though. The other 50% guys, notice is how you move. Notice how he's still alive. You went back there, you're picking your spots, you're moving. It's just me and this guy guys, so I know I have enough DPS to take this guy out. We just got to get him out of there. He's out of there at my capacitor guys, so we get him out. So we're two-manning it. There is one, I believe there's still one, yeah, back there on the right. So we just have to it's just about remaining patient here guys. It's about remaining patient, and like I said, it's just knowing how to move. So that was excellent movement guys, as you saw there, keeping patient, distant, focused, knowing where to be, picking your spots in the room. This is why I say this guys. This is a clear example of not only just me but also Lucas, the way he was moving, the way he was playing guys. 99% of the time, 95% of the time, any agent that goes back there would have most likely wiped, or you know, that would have been it most likely. But he knew how to move, and I liked that. That was showing me huge things, especially against a legendary rogue agent. His movement is good. So like I said guys, this is why I say you want to keep distant, patient, but you want to take these guys out. This is how this is done. So you're seeing us two-man here guys, a little different. Usually I'm four-manning, soloed a few times as well, a couple times actually, a lot of times in the past. So it's it is what it is, but like I said, solo, they tailor it for solo. It's obviously not as many enemy AI coming after you, but it is what it is guys. So you're just basically seeing us keep patient here. Notice how we're still back by the door guys, picking our spots. And just one of the other things respectively guys, I just want you to notice here is how me and Lucas specifically, as I said, we're keeping back patient, but how he's keeping patient and we're keeping around the door. As I said earlier, you just want to you know, we want to just keep back. He wasn't pushing too far in, no matter how much we were hitting the rogues. You know, you want to just keep your distance. You don't want to start pushing up, getting a little too hectic. And you just want to maintain that throughout guys. That's how you get through legendary. That's literally how you do it. Excellent agent here guys. If you guys ever run across this guy, not that much shade. I think his shade was 200 something if I'm not mistaken. So that goes to show you guys, as I say all the time, shade is just a number in this game. I know people, I used to know somebody at 70k that couldn't do any of this stuff unless he was running with clanmates or anything, even with solid random agents. He would still just wipe, he'd die a lot. So it's there's some people they just can't do it in certain circumstances. So it just is what it is. This is true, more true testament. You guys know what this channel's for. It's more true testament to the agents out there, the hardcore ones, for the skill and all that stuff. If you just want to run with a group of randoms and know how to get through this content with randoms, because as I respectively said before guys, anybody could do this with Discord agents, clanmates, key friend groups. Well, I honestly don't want to say just anybody with key friends or whatnot, or key agents can do it like that, because it does take a certain level of skill. Doesn't matter, as I said in legendary before. But as I'm saying though, you guys know what I mean when I say running this with random agents as opposed to running legendary tidal basin with a key Discord group of agents or key friends or whatnot. That's a huge difference, running tidal basin legendary with randoms as opposed to with key friends that complement each other's builds and whatnot. You know, so like I said, that's why I do this stuff, guys, just to show that it is real. It can be done. You know, obviously my channel is the real deal. That's why I always get on other, like, at times, sometimes I'm not going to say I get on them, but I'll kind of always mention some other channels that they don't happen to show any gameplay like this with randoms and just showing how their skill set comes in and, like, you know, just how they do it, like, outside of being with certain Discord agents or certain teammates. So, I mean, it is what it is, but like I said, guys, you know what it is, guys. Life's a game. Division 2 God, you know what it is. I just like playing and showing it, and everybody does their own thing. Obviously, you know, we can do the summit with directives and whatnot, you know, legendary. It is what it is, but one step at a time, guys. But as you're seeing here, you're seeing us keep back. Keep back. You see how we're keeping patient? You're seeing Lucas behind me, guys. Notice. You're noticing how he's always close. He's not running too far up. He's picking the spots. He's getting the enemy right there on the angle. This is how the kind of play you want in a legendary mission, guys. It's how you have to move. Because a lot of agents will come in here just because they have certain builds and they think they can just mow the enemy down or stand in the same spots. And you cannot do that. And like I said, since he was, like, I'm assuming new to it, there is, you know, things that happen and any mistakes that are made or anything like that. I'll definitely make sure that you guys know and I'll point it out and just let you know what's going on, as anybody would, respectively. A mistake is never something bad. It's just something to learn from. That's all it is. And what better way to learn from, guys, than having your own experience? I mean, I don't know how else to say this. Like, I keep these videos as authentic and straightforward as I can, guys. Like, I do try to, you know, have a little sense of humor there while doing it at the same time. But it's just, I'm trying to present the way in which how to do this. And it's like, it's so funny how it's people put, like, the real videos out. And I'll see some other channels putting some real videos out there and they never get any views. Like, they hardly get any views. But the channels that get the most views are the ones that are just putting clickbait stuff, clickbait type of builds that will not allow you to get these results like this. It's how you move. They're not telling you that, nothing like that. And those will be the videos with all the views, all the likes. And I'll be like, wow, like, how is, I don't know how that's helping people. People claim it's helping them, but then every time I come across those agents that are following those channels, they always wipe, they're always dying, they can't get anything done. I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter about your build. You have a great build. Your movement is horrible. Like, that's all it is. Like, it's just, you have to learn how to run it. I know that content creator is not telling you anything about this, but you have to know this. Sorry, sadly enough, you have to know that. They learn it, and, you know, some of them, you know, will subscribe to my channel after it. And it's like, you know, I just wish some of the other creators would do that. Like, just show them, you know, a little bit more, talk a little bit more how to do that. Even show proof of it, like, without key Discord agents or friends. But like I said, guys, everything's different. Everybody's talent level is different. Not knocking anybody, just is what it is. I'm just saying, if you guys want to know the real deal, I say this to say this. If you guys want to know the real deal of how to get this done, you yourself, you don't have to watch it on YouTube, how to actually get the thing done. Well, actually, you do have to watch it on YouTube because you're watching me, funnily enough, ironically enough. But I mean, like, you guys know what I mean in the sense of, in order to get this content done on a weekly basis, respectively, you can do that. Like, it's very, very, very possible, like, to do it. Like, it's not as impossible as you're thinking, or you have to know these certain groups or be a part of this certain Discord. It does make things easier, but not everybody has the time for that, guys. We all have busy respective lives. We all know this. So it's like sometimes you just want to get in and get out. Some days you want to be able to just get a game going with a quick group of agents, and you know, if you can all just be on the same page, and you know, and you guys all know that patience, distance, focus, you guys all know these tactics, you can literally get a lot done in a short amount of time. There's also that too, because I know that everybody can nerd it out sometimes, such as I do, or sit on, like, a game for, like, an amount of, like, hours in a day. So I know how that is, but you still want to get high level content done, and you know that you're still a good enough agent to do this level content. It's just, you're like, I need a team. By knowing this stuff, guys, and by me making the community hip to a lot of this stuff, this is how you're going to get those agents that just, they know already the focus, the patience, focus, distance, they know the whole method, and now you guys can work. You don't even have to speak too much. I just hope that somehow, I don't know, you guys could maybe start using, like, my whole saying. You could just say, hey, you know the whole patience, distance, focus method from the YouTuber, blah, 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 for the legendary. And as long as they say yes, say, I've seen it, I've seen this video, okay, boom, we can go. You don't even have to say anything else. See what I mean, guys? It's like, I don't know, people keep saying a Discord. I feel like I'm doing that already, in a sense, nearly almost on YouTube. But yeah, I just wasn't never always big with the whole Discord thing. But I mean, I definitely have to look into that. But I just feel like this stuff just has to be known, because it's like, the more it was known, the higher success rates would be, the higher people would have success rates. I'm not just saying by knowing this, you're just gonna 100% beat legendary. There's no way you're gonna fail. Obviously, you have to know how to move. You see my life there. these dogs right here on the side that cannot be hit due to the shields they have. I gotta take these servers out, but they cannot be hit, so you got to know how to move. You got to know like where to go. So right here, guys, as I was saying about like knowing how to move, Lucas here, he was a little new to it, so he tried to go in. I was telling him you don't want to go in there like that. They're close and they hit hard. He just thought he literally thought he could run in, and he does tell me this later on. That's why I'm saying it. He literally thought he could go in and literally shoot the servers before they could get to him. And usually take them out, and I'm pretty sure he could do it on heroic. I mean, I'm sure like on certain other difficulties you can do that for sure, but on this mode it's very hard to do that. And I told him like one of the things you want to learn is as many agents learn as I had to learn myself respectively, is that you cannot stand in the same spots that you stand in on heroic and challenging and all that. You cannot do that on this mode, because when you do that, the enemies rush you faster. Like as I said, guys, the enemies are stronger, smarter, faster. And they're more they can pinpoint more. They're able to pinpoint more. But I think I missed one. They're faster, stronger, smarter, and they're more powerful. There's like one respectively I'm missing. I can't quite touch on it, but they're all of those guys. Just know that they're faster, stronger, and smarter. That's all it is. And then they push just more so. That's all it is. And it's like it does come down to it. You don't think that it does, but if you guys notice there, when he was dead earlier, I know I didn't mention it, but the enemy kind of, the dog kind of, it walked a little more up on his body because it knew I was there and I was trying to get to him. So enemies, that's what I mean by saying they're smarter. They're going to sit there, be waiting on you. Now they know your enemy's down. They know you're trying to get to him. They're going to try and stand over him or stand at an angle where, like if I were to go in there and try and heal him, they can just like shoot me or like one-shot me or two-shot me. They stand in that position like for a reason. It's interesting. So I'm like, that's why they say they're unpredictable, but I like it about that, guys. That's one thing I very much do enjoy about Legendary. You see us, we got the room done, however, though, guys. We respectively got the room done, as you're seeing. So that's floor 15, guys. Legendary, hit that like button if you have gotten this far, guys. Always good. Just always good, guys. It's always fun to show this and just show that it can be done. So you're seeing us do Summit, guys, two-manning it. And like as I said before, as I was telling Lucas, Hazanga here respectively, it's always good to start in the Summit if you're not used to Legendary, as I've told you guys in countless videos already in the past, if you guys have been watching them. Like it's always good to be in the Summit. This is a good testing ground for Legendary, because in a sense it is a watered down Legendary in terms of like, the enemy's power and just, some of like the grit of just how they are. But it is close enough to present a realistic feel of Legendary, to the point that if your build can harm these guys and is good enough to melt them and hurt them on this mode, Legendary, the Summit, you can definitely do it in a mission. So that's why I was telling him that if you can do Legendary Summit, you're ready for a mission. So if you're new to Legendary, do not just jump straight into the mission. I would definitely highly not advise you to jump strictly straight into a mission, because there's things that you already have to know in that. It's a whole process. You wipe at one part, you have to restart the entire mission. You don't want to have to learn that way. That's a tough way to learn. At the same time, the enemies are like at their peak, because they know that it's an actual mission or an actual exotic and all that stuff can drop. So it's like you guys want to make sure that you're ready for that. And the best way to do that, if you're new to Legendary or you struggle with it highly, or you're just trying to catch your niche, you don't quite have your niche there, you don't feel confident like in every team you are with Legendary, you want to come here, guys. You want to just play this a lot. You want to play this like religiously on Legendary. That's what I was doing at first before I was doing Legendary, like mostly. Unless some of the Legendary came out before the Summit, I'm not sure, I can't remember, but I know ever since Legendary's been out, I've always been running it. But respectively, I just knew that at the time when the Summit came out, I was like, okay, I just looked at this as a training ground. I was so excited. I was like, this is a training ground. Now there's somewhere I can go and run Legendary. This is in the case of if Legendary came out before the Summit, but I think it might have came out around the same time or shortly after like some of the Legendaries, I believe. So there is that. So like either way, guys, and that would play even more testament if the devs did that. Legendary Summit just works as a testing ground for actual mission Legendary. So either way, whenever it came, whether it came before or after, it works. But as I'm saying though, guys, it is a good ground, and it gives you like everything, guys, because sometimes in the Summit you got to be far away, sometimes you got to be like at like a distance, and you have to fight from a distance, and there's a lot of times where you have to respectively be at close quarters. So there's that. So it presents you with both opportunities, and I just think it's like a great area. And I feel like the devs, they should come up with something else similar to this, like a mode, like how people keep saying Survivor or whatever it might be. I feel like they should come up with something like that with Legendary, and also have agents just test themselves against many different enemy factions, maybe on Legendary. That'd be cool. I would love to do that, guys. I would love to bring you a live stream of that if that were to happen, or just a playthrough of it or something, or videos of it, like just showing you what works. Just more content overall, guys. That's all we want. And that's another thing entirely, guys. But yeah, I feel the summit's something good for Legendary. As you see us getting floor 15 done. You saw Lucas hanging back there, guys. Excellent play, excellent play. And I just want you guys to pay like real close attention here, because there's some agents that have told me before that it's tough to do what I'm doing. But I'm saying, you're seeing Lucas here. He's only, like I said, right there, Shade level 255. And you're seeing how he's keeping back. And Shade is nothing, guys. I've been doing Legendary since between Shade like 55 and or like 68, something like that. As a matter of fact, that's when I beat my first Legendary mission, like in the past. That was when they were very bullet spongy at the time, by the way. That was crazy. That was like a 4-hour run or something. That was something different, but that was in the past. I'm glad they made changes to it, obviously. But I'm saying, like, that's when I first beat Legendary. But I've been doing Legendary, guys, probably since I've been Shade 40. And that's like when the Shade was like new and stuff. And I mean, like when Legendary was new, I was so eager, and I knew I could run it, and it was just, I was trying a lot until I finally got it around between Shade like 55, 68. So like I said, guys, Shade, I say that to say that Shade is just a number. If your know-how and talent and know-how is you know how to play the game, that doesn't mean anything. I came across so many excellent agents. One here right now in Lucas, the way he moves, that can actually that can run these missions with implementing patience, distance, focus, guys. That's why I say that, because when you do not implement that method, it makes it nearly impossible to run this mission if you do not have a sufficient enough build that can go in there and hit hard. And even if it can, you still would have to have some type of caution or some type of structure. Legendary is never a mission you could just run in there and just, I'm just going to stand wherever and just shoot while whoever's shooting me and just do whatever all day long, every single floor. That's not how it's going to work. I'm yet to see anyone just do that like that. I mean, I've seen a lot of strong builds, guys. Obviously, I see other content creators, but it's never anything to the point of, I'm just going to sit here all day and I'm just going to get hit. I could just get hit right there and I'm not going to die. I could just sit there, not even like, you don't see that all the time. And if you do, they can only do it for a certain amount of time before like the enemy starts moving in a certain pattern and try and get them in a certain way or something like that. You know how it goes. So, Legendary, it's a difficulty like that. Obviously, it wouldn't be the highest difficulty if you could just kind of sit there like how some people can do on Heroic and not even like shoot anything, and they have certain like defensive builds. Legendary is a lot different. You might be able to be sustained out there for a while with your defensive build, but you cannot sit out there forever. That's one thing that, like the enemy, the power, like it's just, it won't allow you. So you're seeing here, guys, you're seeing us keep back. Once again, you're seeing us have excellent positioning in this room, guys. Excellent positioning. I want you guys just to pay attention to the patience and the distance here. The focus is obviously already there. That one is usually, it's kind of funny I say that one last, but that's the one usually that's required even just coming into the mission. Everybody wants to be on the same page and honed in and not like, talking, horsing around too much to the point you're not paying attention. That's all it is. This is not a difficulty for that much until like at least you're used to running it, and then you can do that, because you can definitely do that for sure. It's just until you're used to it. So I was just kind of giving Lucas his angle, just giving him a little pointers here and there, just how to see different angles. But for the most part, I was seeing him, he was getting his angles well, pretty good. Like I said, he felt like in a sense, a little bit of a natural Legendary player, despite him possibly not having, or having very little experience with Legendary content, like missions or like content for that matter. So hopefully this changes his mind. You come across this agent, hopefully it changes your mind and you start delving into this with more agents and just start seeing what you can do, and just getting your experience up and all that stuff. And man, like I said, guys, so many great agents being made all the time, every single time, guys, always being honing their skills, myself included. I'm always honing my skills, guys. I never know too much. It's never to a point where I'm like, oh, I know all this, I could just sit here. No, guys, like there's certain builds where I'm like, you know what? I might do that one day. I might do an oxidizer build. I've never done that. So many people have been telling me about it, how it would work. And I feel there is like a certain specific area I feel it would work in, where it would be highly beneficial, and how I help agents out personally myself. So it's like, I'll look into it. There's always room for growth. You know, so I'll be a beginner in, I guess, oxidizer builds, whereas there's been other agents that they've been using that forever. They could tell me like exactly how to run that, what to do. Go ahead, guys. If you're like a king oxidizer build player and you think you have the key build, let me know in the comment section. I might just look at it, try it out, see how it goes. And if I do get it, I'll credit whoever put it in the comment section. Hey, this agent showed me this. They can show me something like this. They must be pretty solid, this, that. But nonetheless, guys, like I said, feel free, because I know I believe I might at some point for sure. So you see us pushing forward here, guys, floor 16. We kept patient distant. You saw us clear those guys out. You see us continuing the move, obviously. So yeah, guys, we're just pushing it one step at a time. One step at a time, guys. Always fun, always fun. And one thing that you always want to know when you're running these missions is to never... one thing, what I more or less wanted to say, guys, is like the main thing that Lucas actually did see, and one thing I want all of you guys also to see, is that to never get too hectic when you're running these missions. Like Lucas definitely got this for sure. Like, it's like, what I mean by that is never start pushing in, because once we start winning, as it says hostile lieutenant detected there, we're gonna go ahead and take that guy out. Once we start winning like room by room and everybody starts getting kind of used to it, and Legendary starts to kind of feel like it's a little bit heroic or challenging difficulty because we're playing at such a high level, people start getting a little too comfortable, a little too cocky. And I'm not gonna kind of try and say it like that in that sense. I mean like in the sense of just like instead of being, there's such thing as being confident and being cocky. When you're getting like a little too much, you're getting a little too close. Like they'll be up there, like you guys see, like where the trash cans are at, the yellow and green one. They'll get like a little up there, they'll just push a little in like too far, and then thus the whole team will wipe, or they'll go down. And I'll be like, yeah, that's why we don't like push that much, or I'll have to like kind of save them, or fight off my back foot, take the rest of them out. And it's like, that's why I say patience, distance, focus. You guys could never, and that's why I say focus last. Actually, it does make sense actually now. That's the last key phrase, guys. And just keeping focused, like never getting ahead of yourself. Keep on the same display, the same frequency that you guys have been moving. Like, don't stop. Don't let the enemy lure you in. Don't let them start allowing you to move in a certain way or bait you in because you're thinking you're beating them easily. And I swear, some of these enemies will do that in Legendary, guys. You start winning a lot, some of them will keep back, and then all of a sudden they'll start swarming you like from different angles all around. Like they're kind of trying to set you up. So you always got to be smart. You just got to be focused and watching. Like, never just go to sleep or just start going to gun sleeping. What I mean by gun sleeping is you're just shooting and you're not paying attention. Drones are coming in, you're not really paying attention. You're just trying to hone in and just take out enemies as much as you can. You don't want to do that. You always want to be watching the minimap, guys. As I said, minimap's your best friend always in Legendary. Always want to be watching that and look out for the stuff coming around, the drones, as you're seeing there. You always just want to be watching, guys. So you're seeing us clear this final room out, guys, respectively, taking that guy out up top. And they just keep spamming these drones on us, guys. You're seeing us two-man it. Shout out to Lucas Zanga, man. Excellent run, agent. It was fun running with you, man. If I come across you again, we can definitely mix it up at some point. For sure, your skills are definitely showing that they are for surely at the par of Legendary. You know, if step by step you take it, it is there. It might not be fully there all the way yet, but it is there to the level of, yes, you can definitely bang with the best of them in this game, from what I'm seeing, despite the shade. So you're seeing how he went down there. It's tough. It can get tough on this, guys. It's just the more you run it, the more used to it you'll get. The more you'll just start knowing when to move. And that's one of the things a lot of agents ask me, like, how do you know when to move? Like, how do you just know? And I'm like, you'll just start learning, like, when you'll just know, okay, they're this close. You'll remember the difficulty, and that's what I mean, guys. Respect Legendary. You have to respect the difficulty level. You have to respect and know that these enemies hit hard, and they come, like, very, like, deeply, like, at us, like, fast. And it's tough for us to, like, you know, counter attack them and just at the same time defend, because their bullets, they hit like tanks. Like every one of them, even like a red enemy hits like a tank. So it's crazy. So you're seeing how my teammate crawled there. It's like kind of like a real gunfight, guys. It's a little tough. I'm not using my bulwark shield that I have. If I had that, I probably might have been able to, but even then I would have had to watch for the drones. So like I told him here, I was like, this is unfortunately one of the areas of Legendary where when you go down in a tough spot, it's hard to bring you back. Although it was smart of Lucas, because he was up there. Like I said, guys, that's how I mean. He's a natural Legendary agent. He crawled right back to the corner. He didn't stay over there for too long. He crawled back to the corner where he was closest to me to die in the best position to give himself the best chance of coming back. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying running Legendary missions. I'll have agents sometimes die way up there, or they'll stay way up there in that area where I'm like, There's no way I'm getting to you right now unless I have a revive hive. And even if I did, considering I'm fighting these guys by myself, I think I want to keep that for myself, and just kind of go back on my back foot. So it's like, you never want to put yourself in that position. You always want to put yourself in a position where you're always putting the team in the best position. You're putting yourself as a position where you always put your team in the best situation, to give yourself the best chances. Think of it as statistics, guys. If you're playing Legendary Mission and your teammates die closest to you and closer to you to be revived, versus somebody that's teammates die further away from him, who do you think has the highest chance of actually completing that mission and making a comeback? The people that have the agents right next to them that can revive them, hopefully there's a chance they can bring them back fast and get the mission going, because they're all near each other. As opposed to the guy that's all the way on the other corner and far out, like it's like that's it. They're too far away to be revived. So it's like, it's just increases your chances, guys, statistically, to beat the mission. So that's why I say excellent move by Lucas. That's how you play Legendary. That's how you move, guys. So there are other agents out there, respectively. Believe me, there are other agents out there, despite the shade, that can run patience, distance, focus, guys. It just comes down to the agent. Believe me, guys, and trust me, I've seen agents that for whatever reason, totally for whatever reason, they just can't run it. Like, they just can't run the patience, distance, focus method, and for that, they die. I've had agents even at times that I've allowed to stay on my team at times, talk like a little smack before I let them go, of how they were, like playing, like they don't have to stay back, and then dying as I'm reviving them. Like, it's happened so many times. So I'm like, that's why I say you got to practice this. And some agents, for whatever reason, they can't practice it, or they just don't want to do it. They say it's a boring way of fighting. I'm like, well, I guess find that clan group. Nothing against you guys. Everybody runs different. Believe me, everybody runs different. If you have those clanmates, you have those friends, GG's, kudos to you. Run how you run. But all I'm saying, guys, for random agents, patience, distance, focus, that's the way. Life's a game, guys. You see the selfie here. You see us complete it there. Excellent run, Lucas, if we run again. If you see this, hopefully, glad to have ran with you, man. Always good. GG's, man. Excellent agent, guys. You guys want to run with this guy if you guys are on PC. Excellent agent, guys. But that's how you do it, guys. Legendary Summit, with a random agent, with only one random agent going through Legendary, guys. It is possible. Just make sure you have the right build, patience, distance, focus, and what a round of applause, guys. Excellent showcase. I have a lot more coming to you guys. I have a lot more coming. Just stay tuned, guys. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Follow my Twitter X channel. I have everything there. You'll never miss a beat. And this is Life's a Game, guys. I will be signing off, guys. Take care. Always fun. Look out. Thanks for all the real agents that stick around. GG's.